Hello YouTube, SarothCyngus here, presenting you my third video with voicing and the first countdown I'm making with voicing. It is SarothCyngus' top 10 favorite video game characters will be split into two parts with 5 apiece, because the narration thing is going to take a while and I'm not very good at this. So, without further ado, now that I'm officially doing narration for these countdowns, let's waste no time and begin. Number 10. Now, you would expect something that you would expect the God of Destruction to be something that would be nothing short of amazing. I mean, let's name off Gods of Destructions here. You got Kefka, and you got Kefka, and you also got Chaos, and he's SarothCyngus' 10th favorite video game character of all time. Chaos is awesome. He is a sentient blob of water, and yet he can do, like, what, friggin' anything. He can turn into a swimming thingy thing. He can turn into a giant dinosaur when he gets all 7 Chaos Emeralds. And yet he does all this without talking. But what's cool about Chaos is basically just his flat-out appearance. I just really think that Chaos looks cool and that he's actually one of the best developed characters in the entirety of the Sonic series. He was woken a couple thousand years ago, decided to destroy the world because he's the God of Destruction, and also because he wasn't awoken by the guy who sealed him inside the Master Emerald. We'll get to that later, a lot later. And, he was sealed away, but what's cool about Chaos is that if you look into the Sonic series like deep enough, you actually find out that Chaos is not doing it because he's evil. He's really just doing it because he like can't control his own power, which I just find that kind of cool. I always find that pretty cool in a villain. Chaos only appeared in a few Sonic games. His major appearance being Sonic Adventure 1. Yes, Chaos from the Sonic series is my 10th favorite video game character of all time. I am not giving good reasons for this. I'm terrible at this. Number 9. Super Paper Mario was an awesome game. I don't care what anyone else says. For some reason, it was a questionable game because it was a side-scrolling game. No, it wasn't questionable. It was awesome. And above all its cool aspects, there's a little guy called Dementio, who is in it, and he is my 9th favorite video game character of all time. Dementio is awesome. There's something about demented clowns that just makes you love the characters that they are. Kefka, for the second time being mentioned in this countdown, and Dementio, they're awesome. But what's sweet about Dementio is that he is the only villain in Super Paper Mario that is evil throughout the entire game. Mimi, Ochunks both wind up turning good at the end. Count Bleck dies at the end after turning good. Those are pretty much all the major villains, because Dementio actually stays evil, turns into a giant monster thing after combining with the Chaos Heart and Luigi, which looks kind of weird. I don't think it looks creepy, I just think it looks weird. And actually forms a very easy boss that you get to fight. But Dementio is just so demented, he's funny. I don't really know if his pun is a pun off of the word dimension or demented. I like to think it's a little bit of both. But he is just a fun, unique character that really sticks out in the terms of not only Mario characters, Mario villains. Plus he was in plus almost everybody in the Paper Mario series is an awesome character. So Dementio is number 9. Number 8. Speaking of awesome Mario villains, number 8 is Cackletta from Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, which was an awesome game. Cackletta is my favorite, maybe my favorite villain of all time. If not Mario, if maybe just Mario villain. Mostly in the Mario games, Mario is just trying to save the Mushroom Kingdom from usually Bowser. Whereas in Superstar Saga and a couple select other games, he's actually trying to save the world. And Cackletta is one of the people who actually tries to take over the world. Good job thinking outside the box. You're one of like 3 Mario villains to do so. Cackletta is just an awesome character. She can shoot lightning out of her hands, which is always an awesome aspect because lightning is awesome. And yet, even after Mario and Luigi beat her, she refuses to stay dead, combining with Bowser to form the Hellspawn of Bowletta, which then proceeds to F up the Beam Kingdom's day. But if that weren't enough, even though Cackletta is an awesome character, her apprentice, or assistant, or whatever, Fawful, is also fan-loved, and he was also awesome in this game. Too bad there had to be a certain game that came 2 games after this that had to ruin him. But nevertheless, Cackletta is a very cool villain and a very awesome character, and she is number 8 on my top 10 favorite characters. Number 7. Here's a question. Have any of you guys out there ever heard of the game Scalar? 99% of you said no, and the 1% who said yes, well, congratulations, you're in my boat. Scalar Jenkins is number 7 on my top 10 favorite video game characters ever, because he is awesome. He's a teenage kid who gets turned into a lizard, which is already awesome, because lizards are awesome. He can shapeshift. He shares that trait with a certain other awesome shapeshifter. We'll get to that later. But what's so cool about this guy is that he has no lack of hilarious, witty puns throughout his game, Scalar. Plus, that game was also incredibly underappreciated. It was an awesome game, and I don't know why no one else has ever heard of it. But even though, well, this contains spoilers for Scalar. Even when he finds out that Leon is actually his father, there's a surprising moment. He's surprised, yada yada yada, and then he just returns back to being awesome. Then later in the game, he fights. I'm just gonna call him Bootlick because that's what Scalar calls him. And I really don't remember his real name, and I hate that boss. No, Boot Camp, that was his real name. I hate that boss, and yet Scalar beat him. So yeah, I'm really giving bad reasons for this, aren't I? So yeah, Scalar Jenkins, number 7 on my top 10 favorite video game characters. Number 6. Dun, 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 dun. Megaman is awesome. Megaman is my 6th favorite video game character of all time. And you know what? If any of you guys out there made a top 10 favorite characters, I would pay you. I would be stunned if Megaman weren't on the countdown. I mean, how can you not have Megaman on a countdown? He saves the world from, first off, Dr. Wily, 18 times? Well, no, wait. Yeah, let's just say 18 times. He saves it from, nobody else other than Dr. Wily. So, yeah. But the thing that's cool about Mega Man is that he can take on rivals like Metal Man, Nightman, Gemini Man, and yet will always come out on top when he's going in there with just him and his arm cannon up against enemies that can throw saw blades in any direction, shoot lasers and create clones of themselves, or shoot a mace out of their arm and have a shield and be an incredibly irritating boss. And what's cool about Mega Man is that even though Wily always kept returning, Mega Man just keeps on coming back, beating Wily. Wily will leave again for 6 months, come back with a new army of robots, rinse and repeat for the rest of eternity. Or at least until Zero's completed and kills Mega Man. But Mega Man's design was awesome because they actually made his design generic on purpose so they could use his design as a base for Mega Man that came later, like X. Which are obviously, more complex than Mega Man. But Mega Man is my 6th favorite video game character of all time. Well, that about does it for part 1. I will see you guys later. And see you guys in part 2. Good night. Why did I say that?